let's get started. Alright y'all, we're ready to rock out with our stock out. Here we go. Let's cut them to width. And where's the prettiest shop helper? Right there! Biscuits. So what I'm doing here is creating a platform that I can secure that biscuit joiner to, so it's more like a machine instead of a handheld device. Once it's secure, I can simply push it in and out like that, slide the stock into the correct position, and make the cut. Much easier than trying to fumble with two loose objects. So this is what happens when you get tired of shavings and sawdust flying all over your shop. What I'm doing here is using a heat gun to make that plastic output port pliable. That's a mouthful. And I'm going to jam that crazy vacuum cleaner hose into there once it's soft enough to do so. Let's say that one more time. Output port pliable. And there, now that you got your output port pliability right, you can jam your vacuum hose in there. No more dust all over the shop. Let it cool. Perfect fit. Look at that fancy handwriting. Bad spot in the board. That's gone. Fancy schmancy center finder. Thank you, Rockwell. Not sponsored. So you can't see it at this camera angle, but I've pre-drilled a hole at the start and stop points in the edge of that board. So when I drop that router in place, I'm actually dropping it into the hole that is the starting point. Right there. Okay, breadboard number 2. Here I'm going to lay out for those holes I just talked about. One on each end. Then we're going to whack them with the awl and hit them with the drill bit, so I've got a start and stop point for the router. Some epoxy for the knot holes, because it's not good to have knot holes in your table. So we'll fill these with some epoxy and sand them smooth. Just what the doctor ordered, some fire to get rid of these bubbles. Coming down to the nitty-gritty on this thing, and I wanted to explain how I'm going to hold this breadboard end on here. Now I know that my mortise, I take that back, my tenon is 2 inches from the edge, so I'm going to begin at 4 inches. I'm going to make a mark, which is right here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other end, but I'm going to use a technique called draw boring. And what that is I'm going to drill a hole through the top. I'm going to offset the hole through the tongue or the tenon, and that way when I send the dowel in, it will draw that board in. And I won't talk through the process while I'm doing it, I'll just show you, but we'll make a mark, we'll drill through this with a 1/8 inch drill bit to get our center line. We'll go through where we're going to do it all the way down. I'll remove, drill, remove the breadboard, then offset by just a little bit inward, so when you drive the dowel, it sucks the breadboard in. So what I'm doing here is rocking the drill back and forth to create space for expansion of the boards. And then I'm going to use a Sharpie around the hole, hoping that you can see it within the camera, but afterwards I noticed that you couldn't even tell. But those holes are definitely offset.